Thank God for Eternal Baseball.
Amen, brother.
Welcome back to the Eternal Baseball Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Mark Weber. It's Brent Rotundi. And I mean, really, it's just an excuse for us to hang out once a week. So.
Amen, brother.
but you're invited too. So
yes.
we
We're very
appreciate
inclusive.
all of you for tuning in tonight. I think our lone lament from season 1 of Eternal Baseball, because everything, well, other than the one game we had that locked up in the 9th inning, which was a blast to have that happen live, but whatever.
At least it went 9.
Our lone lament was that the division races weren't more competitive. And because we don't have wild cards, we have 8 divisions, and win your division and you're in, lose your division and you go home. So it's a little predatory, I guess. But if you didn't win your division, I don't know that you have a claim to being the best team in baseball. So
I'm pretty sure you just set this up to just dunk on the Red Sox.
Yeah, right? No.
Looking back on this, like this is sort of
because I think it would be. I mean, we it's clearly established that the teams with 100 years of history are never bad, as near as we can tell in Eternal Baseball. And the teams that are younger and have less, years of talent to draw from tend to have a harder time. They need a lot of things to go right. But as we've said ad nauseum, Texas Rangers won the Eternal Series in one of our 10 test seasons that we ran. We didn't want it to be, the Cubs win the Central every year because no one can stop 100 years of Cubs baseball. And it wasn't like that. That's part of the reason we chose the software that we did, which is Action PC Baseball. You can find that at dksports.com if you like. It's a fantastic sim. And there's variance between seasons. So that's also why we took a 3-year sample average for every player's stats. Because if Roger Maris hits 61 homers and Ricky Henderson steals 130 bases every year, yeah, we're kind of predictable. And that's the best thing about baseball, right? Is the unpredictability year to year. So this year we've got really good division races, and we've got the Expos back from the dead because they were 20 games under 500. I think
they were
last
rolling.
year,
yeah,
and they're rolling.
Cross your fingers.
But they're in a dogfight with the Phillies, currently tied atop the National League East. So
we need a Grover Alexander injury. That's
right. And he just bet one of the best matchups of the year because the Dodgers are fading. Well, I guess they're fading a bit, but the Giants are streaking out west. Again, the Giants are our defending champions. And we had the Dodgers just clinging to life and the Phillies, working hard to keep pace with the Expos who had already won. And it was Grover Alexander against Sandy Koufax yesterday.
Ooh. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and Koufax blinked. He had a rough day. And I guess I can call him Super Grover for all our Sesame Street fans. He threw a shutout, 3-hit shutout yesterday to keep pace. So they're still tied out in the NL East. So anyway, as it were, let's take a look here I'll share my screen.
Rob says you can keep dunking on the Red Sox.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, that's the other thing too is the Red Sox are really good every year, and the Yankees are really good every year. And in our 10 seasons, they kind of traded that East lead. Now the Yankees won the East decently handily last year, I think 5 or 6 games. But this year, the Yankees are incredible, and Boston's on a 95 win pace, I think, and they're 19 games out. So, oops. But it really is. They're not nearly as scary this year because only Cy Young is having a really good year and not as good as last year. But last year, Cy Young, Pedro, and Roger Clemens, all 3 were good. And that's when Boston's going to be an absolute nightmare. The Mets haven't had that yet. Last year, Tom Seaver was great. He was their only great pitcher. This year, it's Dwight Gooden. And DeGrom hasn't been good in either year. So give me a year where Seaver, Gooden, and DeGrom are all top of their game.
They're going to win by 10, 15 games one of these years.
You're going to run away with that East. So here's our the week that was. And you can kind of see how the season has gone for teams by tracing the yellow and the pink horizontally. And if it looks like there's a lot of pink at the bottom of the chart, that's because there is. And unfortunately, once your name's in red, that means it's over for you, my friend. These are our 4 eliminated teams. Weird that it's alphabetical, right? That we're kind of eliminating from the bottom, because the Cardinals and the Mariners haven't been very good either. So
just a matter of time, just working
our way up.
It's like a bad infection. It's just slowly,
right? Just slowly working its way up till the Giants stop it. So anyway, I'll hide. Well, I guess I don't have to hide those columns really. But anyway, looking at the week that was and a couple of absolute standouts. The Reds, I think, are only 3 games back, giving the Pirates some trouble in the our National League North. But they were 0-6 this week. Like,
man, they stubbed their toe.
I forget who swept him first, but it was the Mets who swept him second, and just a rotten week to be a Cincinnati Reds fan. Conversely, the Guardians, I think 2 out of 3 in a showdown series with Detroit. The Guardians are 4. I think they were 6 games back. So they only gained 1 game. That's the problem with taking 2 out of 3, right? You don't really make up that much room. But they've gone on to have a 6-0 week. And the Tigers, where's Detroit? Yeah, 2-4. So they've actually made up ground and made I guess that's the AL North more competitive.
It's getting tight.
Elsewhere, the Royals, that's kind of how the season's gone for the Royals. But what I dig, and actually I didn't note this down, the Expos and the Phillies, that's a mistake. Actually, I fix it in real time, right? Look at this. We have the technology. So
this is how the sausage is made.
Right, exactly. Don't mind me. Because literally I sat down in my chair at 7:30 tonight, and on my way down in the descent, my daughter said, "Hey, Dad, I have a health test tomorrow." And I'm like, that was the first minute of the entire day that was for me. So I'm glad she caught me before, butt hit chair, because it was we were chasing daylight today a little bit. But there are 2 ties atop the division, and we're 131 games in, right? Only 31 games left. But the Twins and the Angels are tied in the American League West, and that'll be our game of the week later tonight. And then the Expos and the Phillies are tied atop the National League East. And that's because Philly had a pretty good week at 4-2, and Montreal not quite as good at 3-3.
So one of these teams is going to get to 500.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the other bit. Not to oversell our one shall stand, one shall fall matchup tonight, but the AL West is kind of trash. So realistically, and then this isn't just the Yankee fan in me talking, they're fighting for the right to get their lights punched out by the Yankees in the first round. Unless
Frank Viola,
right? Well, it's really more Walter Johnson, right? Like one of the top 5 guys, and maybe
now that is a 2-headed Hydra right there.
Yeah, exactly, right. Jim Kaat is on the mound tonight, I think, for Minnesota against Dean Chance for the Angels. So it's not a bad pitching matchup, but it's not Grover. It's
not marquee.
I was kind of hoping for Nolan Ryan, but Ryan's had another tough year, 2 in a row. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway, the Yankees are absolutely rolling. Winners of 21 of 24. So at 95-36, they're sitting pretty out there in the American League. The Giants are resurgent. 4 of their past 6 weeks have been 5-1. So with a little bit of a hiccup on the way, but anyway, that's the week that was.
It'd be funny if we did a little research and it turned out Robin Ventura was on the board of DK Sports.
Right, exactly. And is not happy about the picture we gave him in our game. Now, I need to look this up because I didn't know this. There's a documentary coming out later this month called Facing Nolan, and it's all about Nolan Ryan. And it looks like it's not a cheerleader, not a puff piece, because they dig into how great he was, but also how does a guy that dominant end up playing for 4 different teams, right? And he's only, I forget, but he's not as far over 500 as you would think record-wise, and he never won a Cy Young.
Yeah.
You're like, he was one of the best pitchers in baseball for 20 years.
Right.
He never won a Cy Young. So they're kind of looking at all of that. And one of the bits, they showed a clip of him giving the noogies to Robin Ventura. They said he punched him 8 times and didn't get kicked out of the game.
Did he not?
I'd totally forgotten that. I got to look that up. The
Wow.
idea that you could punch a man 8 times, and then once the dust settled, they flip you the ball again, and are like, "All right, your knuckles are your knuckles."
I need a couple
okay?
warm-up pitches. That's all right.
Hold on, let me get this one back in place.
So I just want to know if that high school story is true. So they would have to go over that in the documentary.
Yeah. Isn't that where he broke a helmet or something?
Well, yeah, like I don't know if he's a junior or something, but the first batter he hit, he broke the guy's helmet, knocked him, give him a concussion. Supposedly the second guy took it in the arm and broke his arm. And the story goes that the third batter just refused to get up. Like he was so wild.
I'm not going there. I don't want to be part of that. I assume they'll get into that, but anyway,
nice.
There's and this is a completely unsolicited plug. There's a company called Fathom Events, and that's where you can look up Facing Nolan and see.
Is that in the theater?
It's coming to theaters, but it's a really limited engagement. I know here in Rhode Island, there's only one showing, so get your tickets now. And I've seen some other stuff. They do like documentary stuff, or they'll run. Like they ran Blues Brothers back through theaters a couple years ago, or older movies that you really want to see in the theater. So
that's pretty smart, actually. That's good.
Yeah, I'm digging it. But I'm always like, when it's something that speaks to me, like Blues Brothers or Aliens back in the theater, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get tickets, and I order right away. And then when I'm there, there's like 12 people.
Right.
So, there was,
but it's your camaraderie, right? It's, I mean,
right?
nobody accidentally walks into that theater, right?
Yeah,
like
all good seats. There was a documentary on INXS frontman Michael Hutchence, and I was an INXS fan.
Yeah.
And I went and saw it, and I thought, oh my God, it's going to be sold out. And it was like, I don't know, 14 people. But the front row of the bottom section was like 8 women my age or a little bit older. And it opened with a shot of him shirtless on a beach in black and white, right? The surf coming up over his toes. He's just walking on the beach.
And 3 of them passed out.
Dude, the camera just zoomed in, and he like did this thing with the hair. And I swear, all 8 of them went, oh. I'm like, guy's been
fair
dead.
enough.
Dude, guy's been dead 25 years, and he still got it, right? Like, amazing. So
Rob had a couple good points there on the side.
Hang on, let me get my comments up here. Sometimes I'm in the wrong place. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Well, I know Nolan got charged, but he hit him 8 times. Like, if he'd have cut his throat with his spikes, would they have left him in? But yeah, anyway, so
he pulls out a Bowie knife or something,
right? I mean, he's all Texas. I'm sure he's plenty of hunting and fishing. So anyway, if you're playing Eternal Baseball Bingo, or you had the squares going tonight, and you had INXS or Michael Hutchence, good for you. All right, so that's our weekly tracker. And then here's where we sit if the playoffs started today. So you'll see where it gets a little dicey here, because I've got Expos and Phillies and Twins and Angels. But this is how
good looking graphic web,
right? Yeah. Not bad. That's my actually, this is Photoshop. My Photoshop skills working. But I looked up the head-to-head records for all these potential matchups, right? So starting in the National League, the Expos have taken 4 of 6 games from the Giants. All right. But the Giants have taken 5 of 6 from the Phillies. So I know, small sample size, but the Giants might have a rooting interest there. Down below, Braves and Pirates. Braves have won all 5 games this year. And they've just taken 2 from them, and the third game is on the Monday schedule. And one thing to watch here is, as the Pirates have been getting beat up by Atlanta, their record's only 74-57, whereas the Expos and Phillies are 72-59. So if there's a flip there, these matchups, could change rather quickly. Over in the American League, the Yankees have won 4 of 6 against the Angels and 4 of 6 against the Twins. And then the Tigers have taken 2 of 3 from the Birmingham Knights, who would normally be pretty heavily favored, right? 11 more wins, but Detroit's
95-36. Oof.
Yeah, they're real good. But the one thing, because I know most baseball fans are groaning at the thought of a Yankee championship here, but the Yanks are really good and they hit a ton, but they have no ace. So Jack, I think it's Kespro, maybe Chespro. I have to look that one up. Is their kind of de facto ace. Bob Shockey's won a lot of games, but with a 4 ERA. Lefty Gomez has come on since midseason. He probably is their game 1 starter right now. But Mel Stottlemyre's not good. Whitey Ford is not good. CC Sabathia is not terribly good, and Masahiro Tanaka is not terribly good. So. And Ron Guidry was in long relief for a while, but he was getting lit up. So Ron Guidry got sent down, which is sacrilegious to say. But anyway, nothing's more dangerous in the playoffs, obviously, than your top 2 starters. And the Yankees might have the weakest number 1 of anybody.
Walter Johnson, Frank Viola, man.
Right?
Welcome. Jim Kaat.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Dutch Leonard and Johan Santana.
Good night, Yankees.
The shutout on Friday that put the Twins in first place for a little while by themselves. But anyway, that's where we are today. And speaking of where we are today.
All right, let's make some bad base running errors.
Right? You know what? Kirby, your favorite, stole what? Like 50 bases in the minors one year?
Yeah.
When he was 200 pounds, probably.
Yeah, Spelter. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Well, there's a little less of Kirby to go around. So, yeah, we're looking at May 2nd. First game on the Monday schedule, and here we go. So, human play. Now, both are listed as human because I've been any team that's in the playoff hunt, I've been making sure that they're starting the right starting pitcher. And when I say the right one, I mean the one with the lowest ERA who has enough pitches to throw. Because the game's been a little bit wonky this year, and I don't need Walter Johnson pitching 4 games in a row. That's not fair. So I've been monitoring that for the teams, and that's how I knew it should be Dean Chance and who's the other guy? Jim Kaat tonight. So what I've been doing is we're going to be the Twins tonight. So I'll do the computer lineup for the Angels, and it puts in Nolan Ryan. Now, we love Nolan Ryan, but Nolan Ryan's got a 5.17 ERA on the year. He was bad last year. He's given up more homers than anybody in baseball. So Dean Chance's ERA is 4.01. So no offense to the Ryan Express, but in a must-win game, they're going to pitch Dean Chance. So there you go. And then for the opponent, that's us. If the computer had its druthers, it would go like that. Well, we get to pick our own lineup, but it did pick Jim Kaat, so that's nice. So if it's Dean Chance, we'll look at the OPS against right-handers, and here it is ranked. So our top guys are Mitch Garver, Harmon Killebrew, Joe Mauer, Goose Goslin, 2 lefties, 2 righties, so that's good.
Whew, it's gonna be hard to get Kirby in there.
We'll get Kirby in there. It's fine. But Goslin is our cleanup guy, and so that probably puts Mauer second, and then Killebrew leading off, I guess.
Let's put Rod Carew up top.
You gonna put Carew?
Yeah, let's do it.
Double lefties. Carew's good because he qualifies as second, and the Twins don't have no offense to Chucky Knobloch, but they don't have a diehard can't miss second baseman. Okay, that gets Garver 5th as a right-hander.
DH him or?
We can. Oh yeah, because we've got Mauer. Mauer can also play first base though. Pretty well.
Killebrew plays it.
Killebrew is a first baseman who can play outfield, but we probably need that outfield slot.
So put him in third, maybe. Should we risk it?
You can, but he's rotten at third. So it looks like it's
Jorge. Your call. You're much better at.
Let's see how it shakes out. Polanco's our shortstop. He's not real good, but fine. Heine Manouche is going to play. Wow, let's see. I wonder if Goslin can play right, even though it's not listed. He's not a very good right fielder. Well, he can play left, and Heine Manouche could play right. Ooh, a 2. That's hard. So Goslin, you're going to play right. Garver's probably going to DH.
Just Kirby's got to cover the entire outfield.
Pretty much, right? But he can do it, no problem. Okay, yeah, so maybe Killebrew is our third baseman. And that makes Mauer our first baseman, Garver our catcher. That gives us back center field and DH. So here we go. We can make Manouche our DH since he's terrible. And that puts Roy Severs. Wow, he's not good either. A lot of bad gloves. But Severs, wait a minute. I outfunked myself. Puckett's our center fielder.
So we just need a shortstop, huh?
I got a shortstop. Who am I missing here?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I have everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Severs plays left center or first. So they really don't have a good right fielder. But that's where we'll put Goslin.
This is the part of the episode where the squinting that brings everybody.
Right.
Everybody shows up for. Like more squinting. That's all we get in our feedback.
Severs is okay in left, which is good because everything's going to get through Killebrew. And who's in right? Goslin's not so good in right, but we got Kirby Puckett, a 10 defender in center. We're going to be good. So let's go.
Munchkin had a interesting comment.
Oh, let's see here.
Pull it up.
See, there you go. I didn't know that. Thank you, Munchkin. Okay, view opponent. And the Angels will run. Here's your dream lineup, Brent.
Boom.
Fregosi, Gritsch, Trout, Edmonds, Salmon, Napoli, Baylor, Gloss, Kendricks, Morales.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I'd run.
I mean, Ohtani's injured. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, Ohtani is hurt right now. If I were doing this, I'm just going to make an executive call here. I'm not playing Don Baylor in left and making Jim Edmonds my DH.
Yes, that's a good call.
So I bet Edmonds plays a slick left field. Yeah. All right. So there you go. The chef's kiss for you, Anaheim. To show we're not just because we're playing as Minnesota. We're really only rooting for Puckett. So, okay, here we go. Oh, I forgot. I gotta turn the sound back up. I was watching a live baseball game while simming a game the other day, and I turned the sound off. And Los Angeles goes to the computer.
Welcome to Target Field, where Los Angeles will take on Minnesota. Nolan Ryan will start for Los Angeles. He's made 27 starts on the year. With an earned run.
We got to back out. When I started the lineup, they put Nolan Ryan back in.
Sneaky. Wait, that's King Kelly.
Right? What? Who?
He pulls the mask off.
All right.
Made 24 starts on the year.
I promise this won't take as long to reboot. But
5.38. His third start against
these games matter. So
2-0 with a 386 earned run average against Los Angeles.
We could just put him in there.
I like that we canceled the game and the announcer is still running through the script. Like, nah.
Leading off for Los Angeles, shortstop Jim Fregosi.
Yeah, whatever. There's Nolan again. He won't be there for long. So let's see how fast I can recreate this. Jim Kaat.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right? We're going to Jeopardy music. Goslin's cleaning up. Carew leading off. Carew's playing second. We had Mauer second. Catching me. Oh, we Killebrew here playing third base. Mitch Garver was catching because Mauer was at first. Jorge Polanco at short. Heidi Manouche. Forget what he was doing.
I was about to do the Mission Impossible music, and then I realized they might get rid of our video on YouTube.
Right? That's right. You can do 6 seconds of it.
Is it 6 seconds? Is that all?
Something like that. Heidi Manouche is a DH and in center field. The erstwhile Kirby Puckett. View opponent. Let's get their computer lineup and then fix their bad pitching decision. No
And then
offense, Nolan
Edmonds.
Ryan.
Do the quick Edmonds.
Oh yeah,
first.
Edmonds in left, Baylor DH.
Yeah, they swapped it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Interesting. All right, man.
All right, good to go. Again.
Welcome to Target Field for tonight's game between Los Angeles and Minnesota. Dean Chance will start for Los Angeles. He's made 17 starts on the year and is 11-6 with an earned run average of 4.01. His first start against Minnesota. He'll be opposed by Jim Kaat for Minnesota. He's made 24 starts on the year and is 8-13 with an earned run average of 5.38. His third start against Los Angeles. He's 2-0 with a 386 earned run average against Los Angeles. It's 70 degrees, and we have light rain. Pitching for Minnesota, Jim Kaat. Leading off for Los Angeles, shortstop, Jim Fregosi.
Now, as much as I love the interlocking CA for the California Angels here on Fregosi, well, that's Garver on Fregosi, the crossed eyes are going to cost him 1 grade, right? But if he can hit like that, good for him. Okay. Options, preferences. LA belongs to the computer.
All right.
All right, Jim Kaat. There's a terrible karate movie about a fusion of gymnastics and karate called Jim Kata. And I always wondered if Jim Kaat ever tried to sue. But
it's like, how can you not cast me
right?
somewhere in that movie?
I could be a sensei, right? Come on. Mike Trout steps in. Yeah, that's it.
Jim.
Piece of cake.
Now, Jim Edmonds, we were good to you. We put you back in the field where you belong. Doesn't inspire confidence that Mauer's out there with a catcher's mask on
Los Angeles
at first base.
Chance.
But still better than Kendrys Morales.
Second baseman.
Bobby Gritsch has got an all-world mustache going. It looks like 2 mustaches or 2 half mustaches.
Troy Glaus looks like he's wearing a crown of some kind. Ground screw.
He's popular. Glaus is a LA kid who went to UCLA. So he's like homegrown, full on.
That's pretty cool.
Rod Crew is a fantastic bunter, but also a ridiculous hitter. So let's keep that in our pocket for now. Oh,
first baseman.
I knew I should have bunted.
What?
Joe Mauer steps in. And the no-hitter is over.
Oh, look at that aggressiveness.
Right? Well, he's wearing all that armor, right? He can slide right in. Harmon Killebrew has had a really good year. 33 homers, 101 RBIs.
Whew.
That's not going to do it, though, but...
Mauer's getting a little frisky there.
Yeah, stay put.
Right fielder, Goose Goslin.
All right, Goose. This is one thing I went through. I think I replaced Goslin's photo this week and a couple other. The Twins have some really old school, and by old school, I mean actually Washington Senator players.
Yeah.
And they had those bad colorized versions of them. So I went through and made them look properly vintage. That's going to get through.
Look at us, Webb. Look at us.
Mauer touching home. Goose
has got speed, right?
60%.
Ooh. Man, that's I guess a lot like Garver hit.
Yeah. Garver was a player of the week like 2 weeks ago. And I'm always interested to see how fans react to those guys, right? Because if it's a guy who got traded, like Frank Robinson gets it for the Reds, they're not mad at Frank because he went to Baltimore, right? He didn't have any say in that. But Garver just got dealt. And I was interested to see what the Twins fans thought of it. And he got a lot of pub. He still probably gets free burgers in Minnesota. So, and the more they see Gary Sanchez try to catch this year, yeah.
Oh,
he's got some pop. That's it. Edmonds and Trout. Like, come on.
That's tough, man.
I bet our only hope is that they collide at full speed, right, on the track. Now, I did your boy proud here, right? Because it doesn't take a Twins fan to know what the rest of that photo looked like. Right? All right. Bobby Gritsch nearly hit a Boy Scout troop there in shallow left. It's hard.
Off the
hard-
field, boys.
It's hard to get a really good picture with fans in the stands and nobody on the field.
Yeah.
So I'm working on it.
Maybe we could Photoshop.
Oh, Harmon. It's
Look
going to
at
be
that.
adventure.
Like butter. Did they just
Going to
turn
be
this?
Catcher.
No,
Ryan.
just one.
Oh.
Going to be an adventure all day with Harmon Killebrew, Harmon the defense from third base all day. But Brian Downing, who hit 2 homers yesterday.
Right fielder.
In
Tim.
their big
Was
win.
Downing the one that was in like some of those 80s TV shows? Or was he? Oh, man.
I don't remember anything about
Yeah,
Brian
like, I mean, so a
Downing.
couple guest appearances and so.
I mean, he was a really good player, but he wasn't a star, right?
Yeah, I don't
But
know,
if-
man. I
But
may
if
have
he
just
pl- if he
formulated
was
that in
in
my head.
if he was in LA, right, and they needed a ball player on the show, maybe. Who knows?
I may have just fabricated that in my head.
Former Ben Buck, Tim Salmon,
Shortstop.
hits the ball
Number
off the
11,
Albertsons
Jorge
roof.
Polanco.
Vince
I mean,
Ganna Stadium, man.
right?
Love it.
Never knew who Vince Ganna actually was.
Designated hitter.
But I think-
nobody knew.
I think he was friends with Punk Hunnell, perhaps.
For sure.
Heidi Manouche steps in. Good vintage photo of Mr. Manouche.
There you go. Leg it
Number
out.
1.
Yes.
Man,
Left
he's
field.
nimble.
Where are we at?
Receivers.
Like 60-something. Maybe
Woo.
67.
You feeling frisky, Webb?
I mean, it's 8-9 coming up. We could do worse.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Is it hit and run or straight steal?
Let's do a straight steal.
All right, here we go. Beep, beep. Downey's got a good arm. No.
Whew, why did you let me do that this early?
Right? Just telling you. Because we want Puckett to lead off next inning. Roy Sievers. Glasses all over.
First baseman. Number 36. Ken Dries. Morales.
Now, again, not his fault. He needs a new picture. Look how pixelated that is. But this is the guy who hit a grand slam and leaped in the air. I forget. I don't think it was a walk-off. Might have been.
Must have been. Yeah.
Yeah, must have been. Leaped in the air, came down on home plate, spike slipped, broke his leg, missed the whole rest of the season, was never the same again.
Did he actually land? Was it the plate or did he land on someone's foot accidentally? Like what
I thought it was the plate, but it's
Was
kind
it?
of hard to tell because it
Yeah.
must have been a walk-off because they were all waiting for him, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, this
It's
guy.
interesting though, because you I mean, I assume they still do it, but I mean, everybody now when they hit a walk off, it's that sort of tiptoe up to the plate now, right? Like,
Yep. That's
you
that's
never
him.
see anybody. I mean, and they were launching in the air prior to that Kendrick's injury.
Yeah. So he's kind of Tommy John in some way, right? Like he has
he's
he
that
has
cautionary tale.
just that he has affected baseball history forever. As in, don't be that guy, right? Soon there'll be Michael Conforto, right? To turn down $18 million in a qualifying offer
Whew.
and then hurt your shoulder training and not sign with anybody.
Man,
This
that's
whole
brutal.
year. Duh, tough guy. Hey, he's healthy in eternal baseball. And
That's
that's
true.
what's important.
That's true.
Go Carew. I can only imagine Bauer over there,
Designated
you know, blocking low
Fan.
throws like the catcher that he is or was. All right, let's see if Don Baylor got hit by a pitch like 190 times in his career. So,
He's already overdue.
right, he's already leaning over the plate. Yes! Got it!
Shortstop. Jim.
We should just call the game right now.
Right? I'm a wizard.
Rob's wondering why there's no Ken Herbeck at first.
Oh, right. Yeah, he got disqualified for suplexing Ron Gant.
Was there a beer league softball tournament?
I had that argument once with Twins fans on a page about whether or not Kent Herbeck pushed Ron Gant off the bag in the World Series. Never have I met a more delusional bunch of fans than Twin fans defending Kent Herbeck. Like, ridiculous.
What wasn't it? His nephew grew up in Bend, right?
Yeah, he was in our class. Ben Herbeck.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember he said, like it was tell us about yourself or something day in home ec or something. And he was like, you know, I've been here for 2 years and I like football, and my uncle's a major league ball player. So I'm like, whatever, dude. Right? Because anybody could say that back then. And then I'm like,
And then you look at his name, it's like, wow, okay, that checks.
Right? It's either a really well constructed lie.
Right. Either way,
Right?
you gotta clap a little bit.
Yeah, but kudos to Ben Herbeck. Nice kid. All right, Don Baylor's not much of a base stealing threat, as I recall. Plus, he's probably sore from that plunking.
Look at this. Did we just turn?
Get him? Nah, Fergosi's too fast.
Center fielder, Mike.
Yeah, Munchkin's like, yeah, that was totally legal.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm not saying it was a bad play, right? Because at worst, they're just going to say, nah, that doesn't fly. Right. He's not getting kicked out for it, but.
Yes.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that, Beck. Really? And then you her back. Okay.
Yep. Pretty much. Let's see. All right. Mike Trout. Who's afraid of the big bad Trout? Not us.
Fielder,
What?
Kirby, Puckett.
All right, Curb.
This looks like Dean Chance's sophomore picture in high school, maybe, right? I'm going to have to work on that because it's that Phantom Zone background, too, that I don't like. All right, Kirby. Pretty good bunter, just saying.
Pretty good home run hitter, Weber.
Let's see it. Run, Kirby, run.
No way, Fergosi. What?
Oh,
It's like Sean Dunston out there. What's
right?
going
The Sean-o-meter is on fire. Rod Drew. That's more like it. Oh, he's going for two. Nice.
Wow.
Baseman,
Aggressive.
Joe.
Salmon's got a good arm, too. Their whole outfield has good arms.
on? All right, man. Here we go.
Joey Mauer.
That's a
That's
run.
through. We're gonna run on Trout.
Oh, we're running on Trout.
Safe chance, 53%.
Woo.
1 out.
Herb. Oh, and then we got the logo up, huh?
Yeah, and we got Killebrew.
All right.
All right. So send Crew home? No. Not just yet. Not against
Third
Trout's
Harmon.
7 arm.
Killebrew.
All right, Harmon. All right, pass the baton.
Something's happening.
Fielder, Goose, Goslin.
All right, Goose. No.
Catcher, Mitch, Garber.
Make us look good, Mitch. Oh, that's not going to work. Look how slow Killebrew
Left
is.
fielder, Jim.
Jimmy Edmonds. Underrated, Jim Edmonds.
Second baseman.
I think if he'd have
Bobby
played his whole
Gritsch.
career in one place, maybe. I'm not saying for sure, but maybe Hall of Famer. Same thing. He's kind of like Scott
Yeah.
Rowland. People forget how good Scott Rowland was,
Right.
right? Because there's no one fan base just screaming his name. Because they're both like, yeah, he was pretty good. No, he was great, just in 2 different spots.
Yeah. I agree.
Bobby Gritsch, you start reading some of the poll for Bobby Gritsch now. He's one of the sabermetric darlings of guys that may have been overlooked.
Is that right?
Yeah, Bobby Gritsch is getting some grassroots rooting. Grassroots rooting. That's terrible. There's a grassroots effort to take a better look at Bobby Gritsch and his numbers. So,
I mean, he should get some polling just for that mustache.
right. Of course, this is
Troy.
Bobby Gritsch's heyday. Magnum PI is the top show on television, so it's not that big a stretch. Troy Gloss gets a ride. I like that Puckett was just coming over to check. You all right? You good, Roy?
I get that.
Roy's like, I'm a 6, okay? I catch a lot. Go talk to Goose.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Bobby Gritsch taking off. He's in there.
Ooh, man, we got caught napping there.
Yeah, I didn't realize Gritsch was feeling frisky. Steal number 10 on the year. I mean, not a lot, but anyway. Brian Downing from the Phantom Zone.
Shortstop, Jorge, Polanco.
All right, I'm going to look up and see if Brian Downing was on any TV shows. Is it like, maybe it's on like Chips or something? I don't know.
Ooh.
Was he like, yeah, maybe the
Maybe he was John. He wasn't Ponch.
Ryan
Jorge
Downing.
Polanco digs in.
TV appearances.
Booted by Mr.
Designated
Chance.
Tiny Manish.
Polanco's in the 50s here. I don't think we're getting that aggressive. Although Downing only has a 3 arm.
It says in 85 he was on the Jeffersons.
Okay. He was moving up. Oh, yeah, that big scene with Wheezy, I think.
There's no way I saw that episode, so I have no idea what I'm talking about, man. I wasn't a huge Jeffersons watcher.
I don't remember I spent a good part of my childhood in the Rotundi compound, and I don't remember the Jeffersons.
I mean, maybe if it was like Airwolf or something, that would make a little more sense. But
right, remember that time he kicked Jan Michael Vincent, and Ernest Borgnine had to save him.
Ernest Borgnine,
underrated
actor.
once served Ernest Borgnine a chocolate peanut butter silk pie at Sherry's restaurant.
You did?
That's a big deal for Bend, Oregon, baby.
No kidding, dude. How have I not heard that story before?
Oh, dude, he was very nice. And I rented a VCR to Rob Morrow of Northern Exposure. So there you go. And Hamlin once made Jennifer Love Hewitt sing before he'd rent her a movie in Pacific Video.
She and Rob Morrow came through Pacific Video
separately.
Are you kidding me?
Separately. And of course, Hamlin, who was the Mac Daddy and had plenty of swag back then. Well, still does, but was like, yeah, I'll make the Hollywood actress sing. She sings. We know she's a singer.
She actually sang?
She's got to sing for your movie. Yeah, dude.
Wow.
And we're just like, that's awesome. I can't even talk to her.
How have I not heard any of these 3 stories? That's amazing.
Like,
so how did you recognize Rob Morrow?
Because I had to take an imprint of his credit card. To make sure he'd bring the VCR back. You may be Northern Exposure around here.
It's like, bro, you're in Bend, Oregon now, buddy.
Yeah. They'll be skipping off with our VCR, brother.
Right.
So there you go. Brushes with fame.
Man, this episode, this is gonna be an all-timer, man.
Right? I'll tell you about the time I went to Mike Wilbon's formal party in DC and sat next to Bill Maher and thought, I shouldn't be here.
You're right. I have outkicked the coverage.
Yep. Good thing Wilbon likes me.
Wow.
Heidi Manouche steps in. Oh, they think Polanco's going. Well, now he's in the 60s, but he's kind of covered up.
I've already made one poor decision.
All right.
Let's not run ourselves out of the inning.
Yeah, it's only a 1-run lead, so.
And it's Heidi Manouche, man. This guy
didn't go. Oh, Salmon couldn't get it. Run, Polanco, run.
Send him. Give us the window.
They didn't even give us the option. So it must have been below. I think if it's 33% or better, they give you the option. So that was just no-go.
They keep you from
hurting yourself too much. Roy Sievers, who's a terrible budget.
The Rotundi rule.
Right? Roy Sievers gives it a ride.
Whoa.
It's Edmonds, though. Come on.
Oh, jeez. Tag. Oh, we got the window. Wow.
68%
he's already in scoring position now.
Yeah. No. Teasing us, but we're not doing
Center
it.
Fielder.
Because look who's up.
There it is. Let's
the
do
man.
it. Is that what we were looking for? I can't.
No, it's pop to left.
I wasn't at the pre-production meeting, so.
Right?
Baseman, Rod, Carew.
Carew's back up. All right. Come on,
come
Rod. Oh,
man.
Salmon.
First collusion, then that.
Right? Trouble. All right, Tim Salmon steps in. Oh, good. Leadoff walks. They never hurt you.
First baseman, Kendrys Morales.
Kendrys.
Can't even fix that.
Dude, Kaat's going 9, man.
I don't have time to fix Kendrys Morales right now. Don Baylor hit the ball, which is ironic because
look at this. We just turned 2.
It usually goes the other way.
First baseman, Joe Mauer.
All right, Mauer.
You gotta give credit because he didn't wear any of that armor either, right?
No,
He was
huh?
all natural, man. He would just stick that big meaty arm out there.
Yeah, I always thought, especially left-handed pitching, when Bonds came up to the plate, right, looking like the Incredible Hulk, with plate mail armor over the inside, the front elbow,
It's like, bro, are you jousting? Like, what are we doing
right,
here?
and then stood basically on the plate, and they walked him half the time anyway, right? So I'm not saying hit him in the back. I'm not saying buzz the tower, right? But especially if I were a left-hander, I would put a curveball off that elbow every time.
I'm not saying hit him in the back,
Yeah,
but
I'm just saying it would be my sign of disgust, because come on, if I was in the bigs, despite that I have a noodle throwing arm, I would have been one of those guys only there because I could get lefties out, or the really good fielder who could never hit. Like there'd have to be some kind of niche for me.
see,
And
yeah.
if I were a lefty facing Bonds in his heyday, I'd have hit him in that elbow every time.
You know what? The underrated dark arts is the bounce the curveball in front of them, so they have to jump awkwardly.
Right.
Because they almost always they never get hurt, right?
Yep.
But they always look really stupid as they
Yep.
sort of like hop out of the way, and sometimes they fall over, and
Yep.
so I mean that's how you play some serious mental
That's a
games.
good call, especially with nobody on, right? Like,
Yeah.
Bounce that curveball all day.
Yeah.
I like it.
Rob was comment about the echo from.
Oh, where are we here? Oh God!
I was looking for that special sound effect. I can't find the button, but
we do. Rob and I and his brother Mike and Joe Colton, who was out this week, do What's on Joe Mind podcast on Friday nights. It's all about GI Joe because I used to work on the brand, and they're longtime GI Joe fans. And we had this terrible echo. And we're like, maybe it's only in our ears and the fans won't hear it. And like 10 seconds in, people are like, ooh, kind of a rough echo. I'm like, oh. And we were raising money for Ukraine relief. It was our 11th anniversary show. And by the end of it, we were just taking donations, and we would say anything in the echo voice. So we were doing now batting the shortstop, number 2, Derek Jeter, number 2. And the white zone is for loading and unloading only. No, Barbara, the yellow zone is for loading. We were doing Transformer impressions. So we're doing Zartan impressions. Like it was, we made lemonade out of a lemon, I guess. And luckily, if people missed it, you can catch it forever on YouTube on the What's on Joe Mind podcast. In the end, I think we raised like $400 for Ukraine. So it was
pretty good.
It was worth it, but it was painful. Definitely. All right. So Harmon.
Oh,
not quite. It's Edmonds, right? Come on.
Oh, great play even. Jeez. Yeah. Now they're just rubbing it in.
Edmonds backing up the warning track, dives and makes a great catch, right? Like that.
Don Baylor does not make that catch, Webb. I'm just saying.
Was Edmonds an angel or a cardinal when he made that ridiculous full dive in center?
Backwards.
Right? Like diving straight towards the wall like a torpedo. Like
I forget which one it was, but
it didn't have any significance.
That alone should get him in the hall. Let's be honest.
It's probably the best catch I've ever seen, right? And the Mays catch is indisputable because it was in the World Series, I think. But dude, that layout, Jim Edmonds, ridiculous. But Goose Goslin is what we're here to see. Oh, foul. He'll probably catch this.
Do not catch that, Edmonds.
Right. Well,
shortstop, Jim Fregosi.
All right, Jimmy Fregosi.
Walk Jim Fregosi. Come on.
Center fielder, Mike.
Come on.
Yeah, we walk Fregosi to get to Trout.
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, fine.
Oh,
Kirby's all over that.
Trout made contact.
Left fielder, Jim Edmonds.
Sit down, Jim.
Second baseman, Bobby Gritsch.
Come on, Roy.
Dude, if we just
Roy? Oh, great play.
There we go. Take that.
Mitch Garber.
So it was in foul territory eventually. Diving catch in foul territory. And dig how much foul territory there is down the line there and left.
It's got
Not a
play.
whole lot.
Rob has a story about Bob Shepard.
Oh yeah, the announcer at Yankee Stadium. Dude, that's outstanding.
That's pretty rad.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face be gracious and shine upon you. The Lord look upon you with favor and give you peace.
Hey,
now batting, the Messiah, number one. I'm not going to say it. Not going to go further than that. Because Mitch Garber's up.
Boom. Boom goes the dynamite.
Right? Oh, that poor kid. Run, Mitch.
Shortstop, Jorge Polanco.
Bobby Gritsch with a 9 there at second base.
A good defense. I was ragging on the Angels last week, but their defense is pretty solid. Would
Pretty
you
good.
do me a favor and get rid of that comment?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just have a little trouble seeing the. Thanks, man.
There we go. All right, Heine Manouche, 2 for 2. And thus ends that era.
Baseman, Troy Gloss.
Troy Gloss, 0 for 2. 1 hitter for Jim Kaat so far.
Dude, he's going 9, man. We're doing it. Move over, Jack Morris.
Well, it's not such a bad idea considering how relievers have treated us in our career.
Yes.
And just to check,
Joe Nathan.
Minnesota has
Joe Nathan.
You know what? These guys aren't bad. Joe Nathan was outstanding for a while. Taylor Rogers is a great arm, even though he's a Padre now, I think. Everyday Eddie Guardado, LaTroy Hawkins, and Rick Aguilera.
He
Not
can
bad.
sling it. Oh.
I bet any one of those 5 guys could stab us in the heart today. So
without even a second thought.
Ugh.
Jefferson's Brian Downing.
Right? He's moving on up.
Hey, Rob says, "Do not go. Don't go to the pen." 5 exclamation points.
It's pretty much NBA Jam.
The word is out. It's NBA Jam.
NBA Jam just reskinned. So, but that's why you're on my team. I'm no fool because of the mysterious mystic video game powers of Brent McCutcheon.
It does that work on DK.
Oh no!
Oh no! Get there! Oh no!
Tim Salmon hitting upstream.
Man, why was Rick Aguilera not in the game right there?
Get the pen warmed up.
Jeez.
Jim Kaat's done. Man, Tim Salmon.
Man. Come on, Rod.
No problem for
Designated
Rod
hitter,
Curry.
Don Baylor.
Don Baylor.
Left fielder, Will Sievers.
Wow. I was expecting the take me out to the ball game, but I got nothing.
Oh.
Wait.
I think
it's
maybe
there.
you had to urinate, maybe?
No, it's there. It's just real quiet.
Hmm.
All right. Well, Roy Sievers waits for no man. Oh, wait a minute. We should probably check, because it is getting late here, bottom of the 7th, if there's anybody we should be especially aware of here. From a OPS perspective. And no, there isn't.
Decisively.
Let's see if anybody particularly good or bad against right-handers. All right, Kepler is a little bit better than Polanco or Puckett,
186.
but not much. Well, no, he's 233.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Against righties with a 405 slugging. So he's barely better than Polanco, a little bit better than Puckett. And if we happen to have a lefty on the mound, Brian Dozier hits lefties pretty well. So we got some options, but nothing too exciting. All right, Roy.
Dude, man, that defense is just eating us up.
Right. All right, Curb. A 6 bunter. Bad throwing catcher. Just
if you want to.
one out though.
Yeah.
I'd rather let him swing. Bobby Gritsch.
Jeez.
That
Second
mustache.
baseman, Rod Carew. Shortstop.
Now it's getting late early again. So it seems to happen this a lot.
Cut looks fine. I'm
Kaat's
fine.
Kaat's got 19 pitches left in him. So
One more inning.
yeah, we'll see. If somebody gets on, I think we got to get somebody up.
Sounds good.
All right. Fragosi's
Center
done.
fielder.
It's Trout. I kind of wish I had somebody else up. No, but Trout's weaker against lefties, so oh boy. Come on. Look at Kirby grunt.
He's got it. Hey, Kirby.
Left fielder, Jim.
Just whispering in Seaver's ear like a jackass, right? You got it, Roy? You okay?
Are you sure, man?
Because I'm here if you need me. Tag me in, bro. All right, Jim Edmonds. Okay. Got to get somebody ready.
Second baseman, Bobby Gritsch.
So it's right-handers forever. Let's see who we've got in the.
Let's get Aguilera up. I haven't heard that name forever.
He's second worst against righties of the 5 guys, but if you're looking for some Rick Aggs, I can make it happen.
All right.
I don't know what Jim Edmonds' steal percentage is. Oh, it looked like it was 40%. So we're not too worried about it. Bobby Gritsch. Don't hurt us. There we go.
Joe.
All right, man.
Joe Mauer. All right, it's 2-3-4. Let's get something done. That's not what I'm looking for, Joe Mauer.
Third baseman, Harmon Killebrew.
Need some thunder.
Was that it? Jeez, look. Whoa.
Sometimes you can tell when the runner seems to take off like a shot out of a cannon.
It's going to be
It
an error.
usually means an error coming.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, so Killebrew's on and he's slow. I don't know if we've got any wheels on the base. We could pinch run Knobloch for him.
Let's do it, man.
All right.
Knobloch is the new runner at first.
Unfortunately, 78. It looks like on the field percentage.
Yeah, let's send him.
All right.
Yeah.
Downey's only got a 3 arm, so
Let's do it.
That's a decent risk. Go, Chuck!
It froze on me. What happened?
Got thrown out.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
Yep. Brian Downey gunned him out.
Oh, the whole thing froze. He's still at first for me.
Oh.
Oh, there he goes. Okay.
And then Goslin tapped out. So there goes our rally.
Wow.
I regret nothing, but
that seems like a decent decision.
You know what? I'm not second guessing it. All right. So Carew doesn't. Who plays third? Jesus. Cecil Travis. That's it. Beyond Killebrew. Because Sano is. Oh, no. Sano's on the squad. He's just been used too much. So he's a better glove. He's our best third base option now. So we're not taking Carew out to leave Knobloch at second.
Cool.
Right?
Right.
All right. So Sano for Knobloch. Sano's our third baseman. Okay. Kaat has a bit left. No, he doesn't.
It's just a wee bit.
No, you're done, brother.
Skip, I've got a wee bit left. Skip.
Thanks for coming.
For Minnesota, Rick Aguilera.
No, I don't trust Aguilera one bit either. So
Look at that beard, dude.
Yeah,
Jeez.
he's looking good. But I'm getting Joe Nathan warming up just in case.
All right.
Joe Nathan's the hammer.
Cruz has done very passably well at second.
Catcher,
Yep.
Ryan Downing.
Oh, no. I thought it was a double for sure.
Right fielder, Salmon.
Munchkin's like fear the beard.
Yeah.
Rob's second guessing computers.
First baseman, Ken Dries, Morales.
It's probably a good thing Aguilera,
Neutrality.
probably a good thing Aguilera got away from the Mets when he did, right? Considering that 86 Mets squad.
You're right.
Or he'd have had like an earring and a facial tattoo.
An album.
Yep, definitely an album. 2 on. I think maybe we've had enough Rick Aguilera. What do you think?
Oh, one more. Who's up? Oh, he's got Canders. No worries. No
All
worries.
right.
Worries. Did he get
Oh,
it?
Maurer boots it.
Oh,
That's what you get.
Designated hitter, Don Baylor.
So they sub Eric Ibar as the new runner at first, even though he's got Salmon and Downing in front of him, right? Who may as well be wearing leg shackles.
You never know when you hit a gapper.
All right, it's definitely Joe Nathan time.
Sure. Darn it, dude. It's slipping away, Webb.
Yeah, I think slipping might be too light a term, but don't hit Don Baylor for God's sake. There you
All
go.
right, one more, Nathan.
Fregosi.
Jim Fregosi. Oh, shoot. And there it goes. Is it 2 or just 1 run? Throw home. Out chance 6%.
I think you got to try.
You got to try. Maybe we can cut it somewhere. Nope. And the runner advances. That's why they put it Ibar.
Center fielder, Mike Trout.
It's not,
man.
not slipping away. It's fully rolling down.
The bullpen.
Yeah, walk through.
Well, that might be the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
Left fielder, Jim Edmonds.
Cheers.
Jim Edmonds.
1 out, Nathan.
There we go.
Come on, Maua.
So we've scored 1 run in 8 innings. We only need 4 in the 9th to tie it up.
Jeez.
Catcher,
Scott Shields in I don't think we've got a better option here. So it's another right hand. It's a right-hander, so our options haven't changed here, and our right-hander's not real good.
Yeah, let's let it ride.
The only guy we might hit for is Polanco or Puckett, or well, Sano's way behind us. So Polanco, if we get to him, Max Kepler, it gives us slightly better numbers. Yeah, a little bit. Polanco's up next. All right, let's go, Garber. Yeah.
All
right. So the aforementioned Max Kepler is proud to be here.
Hitting for Minnesota, number 26, Max Kepler.
Right from the Phantom Zone.
Rob doesn't like his hat. Shields his hat there.
Yeah, it's got a rough look.
Designated hitter, Heine Manouche.
So that's 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Heine Manouche steps in.
There we go.
Slaps a single to left.
Rally caps.
Left fielder, Roy Sievers.
Again, I don't think there is a better option than Roy Sievers.
No.
Nope. Kind of used everybody. Tony Oliva needs to get off the inactive list. He's better than some of these jabronis.
Let's line up. We got Sievers, Puckett get on. Then we have Rod Crew. Rod Crew hit a grand slam.
Be something. Or Roy Sievers could line out to Jim Fregosi.
Jeez.
Final score from Target Field, Los Angeles 5, Minnesota 1. Dean Chance picks up the win.
Hollywood Brian Downing.
At least no one's second guessing us benching Nolan Ryan.
Shields gets the second. Number 1. Tim Salmon hit home run.
1 run.
Of the season. Time of the game, 3 hours, 11 minutes.
7 hits, 4 walks. Feels like we should have got more than 1 run out of that.
Don't you think? I guess we ran ourselves out of a couple innings there, but
man. Oh no, that was them. We had 7 hits, 1 walk. So all right.
Jim Kaat only gave up 4 hits. I guess he had 3 walks, but yeah.
And Aguilera had great stuff, but we didn't see it. 1 out, got 1 out, gave up 2 hits. Nathan came in, and then the saddest thing ever is down here, right? The only steal was them. Bobby Gritsch. We sent 2 guys. Manouche, the first time he was caught stealing all year. Not maybe he doesn't get sent that much with different puppet masters. Knobloch got caught for the 5th time. Man. MVP Scott Shields. Really?
Wow.
I have 5-out save. Is that you got to save for that? All right, fine. Whatever. So I like to think this happened more used to happen more frequently.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So the Angels grab a hold of first place, taking 2 out of 3 from Minnesota in the weekend set. The rest of your Monday scoreboard will be up sometime tomorrow. Again, you can see the individual box scores for every game, meticulously curated by Brent and I. And then they go up as well on our designated team message boards at eternalbaseball.com, as well as the league leaders, the division standings, and that daily scoreboard get posted every day, plus our 2 players of the day. You can also see some of that on Facebook or on our Twitter feed. Again, there's lots of ways to interact with Eternal Baseball. And if you're the LA Angels, you can interact with us by kicking our bullpen in the teeth, because that's always fun. But we are getting close to the playoffs. Only 31 games out. I think the season ends June 6th, and the playoffs start June 8th. That leaves us 1 extra day in case there's a tie at the very end, like we had last year with the Cubs and the Cardinals playing game 163 for the NL North title. So a lot more. The divisions are super competitive this year. I think there's 15 teams still in the race. That's really good. So
awesome.
Give it a shot. Check out Eternal Baseball. And you can also sign up for our newsletter. It's totally free. That's on the homepage at eternalbaseball.com. Ships out every Friday. And in that is the reveal every week for what our game of the week is. So as we get closer down the stretch, we're a little less about getting every team represented and more about let's get some good playoff type matchups on the game. So you'll see another white knuckler next week for sure. So thanks for watching. We enjoy you being along.
Thanks,
for the
everyone.
ride.
Enjoy it.
That's Brent. I'm Mark, and we will see you next week on another very exciting broadcast of the Eternal Baseball Podcast.